I believe many people will have a few used keys at home. Most people think that they are on the keychain and take up space, so they throw them away. In fact, although old keys cannot open doors, they have other great uses at home that you cannot buy with money. I wish I knew about them sooner. Let's watch the video. The first use. Nowadays, almost everyone tends to buy online. After you receive the express delivery, we often open the package to check with the delivery staff. But at this time, there is no knife around. It is very difficult to open it by hand. Even some packages will be wrapped with a lot of tape. It is simple. You just need to leave an old key at the gate or door of your house. It will be really useful. We can see that the key often has many serrations. This is the key for us to open the package easily. It is really more convenient to use an old key to open the package than using a knife. Just scratch the key lightly, and you can easily open the package at the same time, quickly and without trouble. Especially at home, you should use the key to open the package. If you use a small knife to open the package and forget to put it away, it is also dangerous for children in the house to play with. Or, if you are not careful when using a knife to open the package, it can tear or puncture the goods inside the box. Therefore, we can use a key instead of a knife. Second use. Tape is very commonly used by everyone in every family. But when we use tape, it almost always takes a while to find the tip of the tape, sometimes even a long time. I can't find any trace of the tip of the tape on my fingernails, which makes me uncomfortable, especially when I need it urgently. At this time, you can use an old key to scratch it. If you can't find this direction, just slide it in the opposite direction again. Where are you from? Please leave a comment to let me know. When we feel resistance, that means we have found the tip of the tape. Then just use your finger to pull the tip of the tape out. Using this method to find the tip of the tape is very simple, convenient, and easy. And the old key also has another great use. That is, every time we cut tape without scissors or a knife, and you can't cut tape with your fingernails. Biting to tear off the tape is unhygienic, and the chemicals on the tape can affect your health. At this point, we can use the old key. You see a sharp tip on the old key. You put the sharp tip of the key in the position of the tape that needs to be cut, and press it. The tape will be cut. It's easy, right? After each time you use the tape, stick the key on the end of the tape so that it will be more convenient to use next time. You don't have to bother finding the end of the tape, and you can use it to cut the tape when needed. So with just an old key, using tape becomes much easier. This method is simple and practical. One arrow hits two targets. The third use is to peel the shell of sunflower seeds. In friendly meetings with family or friends, we often eat sunflower seeds to chat. However, when we bite a lot of sunflower seeds with our teeth, it is easy to get blisters on our lips. If you peel it with your hands, it will be very painful after a few presses. It can even damage the newly made nails. At this time, we can find an old key because keys often have holes on them. Remember to clean it before using. We use the keyhole to peel the sunflower seeds. Okay, we just need to put the sunflower seeds in the keyhole and turn it left or right. The seeds can be easily peeled off, easier than using teeth. This method is also very simple and quick, and it will not hurt our hands. If we use teeth to bite, it can hurt our lips. Then eating other dishes will not be delicious anymore. Especially when peeling sunflowers for children, this way is cleaner and more hygienic, and the peeled sunflower seeds are very plump. The peeling speed is also very fast, and you can peel a large plate at a time. You can also try it. If the elderly with poor teeth also like to eat sunflower seeds, you can also share this method with them. The fourth benefit is peeling walnuts. Walnuts are fragrant, crispy, nutritious, and delicious. So everyone likes to buy walnuts. But the walnut shell is very hard, so it is difficult to peel it with bare hands. There is no walnut opener at home. If you directly use a heavy object to hit it, it will destroy the inner part. If you encounter such a problem, learn this trick to peel walnuts easily. Just use an old key. Then clean it. Then poke the end of the key into the bottom of the walnut and turn it a little. At this time, the walnut shell will split in half. But when you split the walnut, you must hold the walnut tightly in your hand. Otherwise, when you turn the key, it may scratch your hand. Do you find it really easy to split walnuts? To shell walnuts, I usually use an old key to handle them. The fifth benefit is anti-static. Winter is not only cold, but also dry. When it is dry, it is easy to generate static electricity. I got an electric shock when I slept at night. When I took off my sweater, I also got an electric shock. Although static shock can cause itching and slight pain, it makes people feel creepy. When I took off my sweater, it made a crackling sound. Sparks will be generated when it touches metal. Sometimes it still hurts a little. At this time, an old key can help us solve the problem. Before and after putting on clothes, we can rub the old key back and forth on the clothes. Let the metal tip release static electricity instead of the skin. Friends who are afraid of static electricity can always keep the key on their person. The principle is very simple. First, let's find out why static electricity occurs in winter. The weather in winter is colder than other seasons and is relatively dry. People often wear cotton and wool clothes to keep warm. The clothes they wear rub against their bodies, creating static electricity. Static electricity generated by friction is not easily conducted because the air is dry. Therefore, when they touch each other, you can easily get an electric shock. The principle of using static electricity at the tip of the key is that the key is always in contact with the body and clothes, and the voltage between the key and the object is zero. Therefore, static electricity will not be created. If you are afraid of static electricity, you can use an old key when wearing clothes to help you solve this problem. The sixth use is cleaning door openings or refrigerator gaskets. If you do not pay attention to the refrigerator gasket for a while, there will be some dirt in the gaps of the refrigerator gasket. Because the gaps are narrow, it is difficult to clean each time. If you do not know how to clean the dirt inside it, you can find a wet towel to wrap an old key. Then take its flat side and scrape it into the gap of the refrigerator gasket a few times, so that the dirt on it is cleaned. Look, it is very dirty. The key has a wide end and a narrow end. We can change it according to our needs, so that no matter how narrow the place is, we can clean it. Similarly, there are some gaps that are difficult to clean, such as the gaps in the house that are very difficult to clean. We can also use this method to clean it. Whether it's a refrigerator gasket or a window, you can clean it very quickly. You don't need to buy any other cleaning tools. Isn't it convenient? The seventh benefit is to use it as a bookmark. Although ebooks are very popular in today's life, many people still like to read paper books. Yes, so they often buy some paper books to read together. But sometimes we read to a certain page and have other things to do. At that time, we will close the book, and we cannot find the page we are reading when we look for them next time. At this time, we can also put the old key in the book we are reading, so that it acts as a bookmark, so that every time you come back, you can open the book correctly and continue reading. In addition, the key will not take up too much space and will not make these books wrinkled, so those of you who have old keys at home may want to use it as a bookmark. Some of you may fold the corner of the book and use it as a bookmark, but our book will look especially ugly and lose its value after being folded like that. So for those who love reading, there is no need to spend money to buy bookmarks. Just try it with an old key. Very convenient. After seeing these tips, do you still want to throw away old keys at home? Actually, old keys have many uses. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.